Oh. Oh. Hi. Are we live? Yeah. Hi. Hello, everybody. Give me a second. I want to eat. I'm hungry. Yeah, I just woke up. Yeah. And then I needed to eat something, so it took a little bit longer. Um. Hi, everybody. Mm-mm. I'm eating kimbap. You had it for lunch? Hell yeah. Jason, say one more thing and I'm banning you. Try me. We're not starting off the stream this way. Hello, everybody. I'm eating kimbap. Yay! Sorry I'm a little late, but I woke up late. Give me a little bit, you know? And then I'll wake up, I'll finish eating some of this, and then we can have our day of streaming. I'm doing good. I slept well. Finally, the rain has lifted. It's been raining for like 5 days. Do you do anything other than YouTube? Nah, this is it. This is my life. You know what I mean? Did you eat before you stream? I'm eating right now. It's been raining here a lot. East Coast. It's like I think it's that season. I think it's that rain season. Welcome in, everyone. What do you think about the last news about endgame content? We talked about it yesterday. Ashkai's new video is a banger. I was told. Not sure if we're gonna watch it today or not, but depends on how I feel. Right now, I'm just trying to wake up. Shit. Hello, Joanna.
Some deserts this planet were oceans once. Somewhere shrouded by the night, the sun will shine.
Sometimes I see a tiny bird floating
Why?
around.
The song is good. It's not a sad song.
So high.
I thought I would walk that Islandxd till I felt a surround.
No longer think my chance yet.
The price of packs have changed in Genshin? What do you mean price of packs? I live in Connecticut. Today is the first day I've seen the sun in the blue sky in days. Same. I'm like right at near the East Coast area. What's the name of the previous song? Signs of Love, Persona 5. Persona 4. Signs of Love, Persona 4. Wait, what's going on with prices? What do you mean? Oh, the App Store? Is that what you're talking about? Did they raise or lower the price because of the App Store? What about Genshin? Did it go up or down? Let me check. Hey Island, you don't make new theory videos? It'll happen eventually. It'll happen eventually. I don't have a schedule for them. And I don't not make them. I will eventually make some. I'm checking in game right now. For me, Welkin's the same, but it's probably because I'm not on iOS. I'm literally on Hoyoverse thingy. Why iOS? What the fuck happened? Or Apple? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Is there a reason? Inflation? Is that literally the only reason? Taxes? That's such a stupid, weird reason. Because of exchange rates. Ah. That's stupid. I'm eating kimbap. Sorry everybody. Woke up not too long ago. Give me a little bit. Also, thank you all for being here. Okay, I just woke up. Take a deep breath, chat. Give me a second. You guys are demanding a lot from me right now. I just woke up. There's a lot of things people are sharing in chat with me, and I'm just like, oh my god. Give me a minute to like open my eyes. I ran out of coffee, sadly. Sadly. Yukino, what's up? I'm trying to wake up. Oh. Alright. Let's take a break from kimbap. Alright. Let's take a break from kimbap. Oh my god, I'm so tired. What the fuck? Slept like 6 hours. But it was a rough 6 hours of sleep, I think. Kept waking up. You look like you're about to fall asleep again? I might. Did I finish my side quest? Nah. You know what? Let's do some of that right now. Before we start talking about lore stuff, yeah? What's up, Raijin? How are you? Even though it's raining here, I didn't sleep too well, Sag. Hello everybody, okay, so welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing? Today is a Theory Thursday. We're gonna talk about some theory stuff later. I don't know what the topic's gonna be, but we'll talk about it. We'll have a conversation. For now, however, let me give it, I just literally woke up, so I want to try to wake up. Let's do our dailies. Let's everybody relax. Don't ask me everything at once, because relax. I swear to God, I just woke up. Relax. I know everybody's super excited, and I'm so glad you're here. But the teacher trying to consolidate his brain for a second. Let me like reboot. Well, thank you all for being here. Did you have any theory dreams? Nah, sometimes I do that, but like, not last night. Last night was weird. Miki Yuki, hello. Island, just stream later if you're still waking up. I rather stream earlier. And then just chill later, to be honest. And if I stream later, the time zone is fucked. Some people can't like watch. What am I doing here? I was just watching your Vinless Fest stream. Thank you for watching. Hell yeah. We're gonna try to finish some of the stuff we didn't finish yesterday, right? right now while we do our daily stuff. So what do you do? Job or just making videos on YouTube? I'm just making videos on YouTube. That's all I do. That's what I do. That's what I do, skis. You feels me? Do you feels me? If Captain is in Natland, so that means Sandrone Colombino will be Fontaine? That doesn't particularly mean that. I don't think. Because after Natland, there's still like more areas. Not regions per se, but more areas. Shinazaya, there's, you know, like Conria. Like, I personally think.
Following orders.
I personally think after Natlan, Fontaine, and Shinazaya.
Bust it. Take it easy.
Oh, what the? I think that's not the end of the game. I thought about this, and I don't believe that will be the end.
Quietly now.
Illusion shattered.
Regret.
Dun. I'm mildly surprised that so many people, including my friend, can't say. I can't. If I hear it, I can say it. I think, but I forget. Wait, why you whine the first? Yeah, there's the Conrad chapters. You're not wrong. Ah, you fucking ah. Why am I walking? Alright, I'm not walking all the way over there. Wine Laser Fest. Is that how you say it? Do you think the last area of the game we'll play is Celestia? I think we'll eventually go to Celestia, yes. Will it be the last one? I don't know. Because here's the thing about Hoyoverse. Basically, none of their... I have no location to guess or pull this information from. Because none of the Hoyoverse games actually have ended.
Gotcha.
So it's like... I'm not sure. It's difficult to say. If that makes sense.
Here comes the catch.
There is no escape.
And this game is supposed to go on for like 5, 6, 7 more years. So it is very interesting. GGG did not end. The main story ended, but the game's kind of still going because there's still story apparently. I always thought it's still continuing. Do you think Paimon's still one of the Moon Sisters? I think Paimon is one of the 4 shades of Fanes. The proper pronunciation should something be Vine. I tried. I tried. I looked at it. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is too early, bro. It's too early. And since they buried the wine to ferment and drink when they are older in latest event, is there a possible time skip where maybe we'll see character get older? That's an interesting thought. I think a time skip would be cool. But I feel like not for a long time, not like permanently, because if you think about it permanently, that means they have to change like the model for every fucking character, and I don't think they have the capacity to do that. Maybe like another event, perhaps, where there's like a time skip, like kind of like a dream or something, and they go back. Who knows? Oh wait, I have to talk to who? Do I have to water this shit? Oh, can I just do this? Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You think we'll dig it up next year? Chat, what do you think? Next year? You know what? I have a feeling they're not even gonna do another wine vision fish next year. Cause where the fuck is the heart past them? It's been 2 years. They keep talking about this shit. Still hasn't happened. If you have an answer to this question, let me know. Fuck, what happened to the heart past them? They keep adding these festivals for every region. I'm like, bro, focus on the one that you already like mentioned. Yeah, I read the Devin interview. We talked about it yesterday. There's really not much to talk about, to be honest, at least for me. But I did talk about it yesterday on stream, so if you're interested in that, you know. Watch yesterday's stream. It was like in the beginning-ish. Catch stuff, stupid jellyfish. Come here, you. Come here. First of all, what is this jellyfish? Was this ever explained? Catch up with and touch the strange light. What the fuck is this? This one's fast. What the heck? Fat Sealy? Oh man, that's rude. Nahida trolling. Fat Sealy. Oh, that's rude. Oh, apparently there's a teleporter here. Let me see if I can grab this. Just a mushroom? It looks like a jellyfish. I have a feeling that even by the time Naga comes out, you still stick to your bow Nahida team. Most likely. The bow thing, it's like, you know, it's not even, I don't do this for like meta or anything, obviously, right? It's like a little personal thing. Where is this teleporter? The hell? Do I have to go up more?
Illusion shattered.
Isn't this supposed to do something? What about bishops? Is there gonna be a playable humanoid bishop? I don't know. I thought that was supposed to be Kokumi, but I don't know. Oh, use Dendro? Wait, can't I just climb this? Dun dun. Come on. Let's get up here. Where the hell is this teleporter, bro? It's below me now. What do you mean? Oh. Oh. I swear I didn't see this earlier. Doing. Or maybe there was already a bishop person, wasn't there? That NPC during that one quest. I forgot her name. There's no way I could remember that person's name. But the lady with the mask, I believe. And then she had like little snake eyes. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Sumi, yeah. Looking back, that was a pretty interesting quest. Was she a bishop or was she not? I'm not sure. I don't remember. There's a lot of lore stuff
Ad Astra.
that I don't remember.
Thank you for complete.
So-
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Believe it or not, I'm a human, so I can't remember everything. Think about it this way, right? Chat, think about it for a moment. You know how every single one of you are interested in lore, I would assume, right? And every one of you have a very specific lore or topic that you like in terms of theory crafting and like lore. So you pretty much always think about that one, like maybe 2 or 3 topics, and then you come to me and like we share ideas, and you just want to see my thoughts. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, and I want to listen, right? Just to see if I can get like a different perspective. But then it's not a one-on-one. It's more like 1,000 people versus me. Not like versus, but like 1,000 people installing their individual opinions to me, and it's impossible for me to understand everybody's like information, because I forget a lot of things. Kind of like think about it for a second. How do I put it? Every time I stream, right? You know, we talk and we like have a conversation, but everybody's just like a different topic in mind. And me on the receiving end, it's just like, oh my god, I don't know about this topic. I don't know about this topic. Sounds like you need an orchestra system. That would make my life easy. Let them know they can talk about lore with many other 5-heads in your Discord channel. True. Speaking of Discord, did you guys know that I have a Discord server? If you want to talk about something specifically lore or theory related, you know, maybe if I don't get to your topic, or I don't know a lot about your topic that you want to like research, there are other academias, sages or scholars within our Discord server that you can bounce your ideas off of. Because let's face it, I'm not a god. Alright, I'm not an archon. But there are a lot of smart individuals in our Discord. So there's a resource there. What are we doing here? Events! Let me go look for some treasure. The giant leaves turn with the wind. The gift is close to Knights of Favonia's headquarters. I'm gonna try to finish this event chat, and then we'll have a little theory day. Yeah, we'll have a little crazy theory day. I wonder what we're gonna talk about today. I have no clue. Kase, good morning. Don't worry, you'll get Nahida, which is technically has the ability for Akash. Oh, we're still talking about that? Alright, that's fair. Chat, what is the biggest topic nowadays for lore? What is the big topic that has a lot of information around it? Maybe it doesn't even have to be big. Something interesting. Maybe something we haven't talked about before. We could talk about something we've already talked about, but just curious. Timeline? The interview. Fish blasting? Is this is it over here? The another world mentioned on latest act? Like, how do I put this? Is there a topic where this might sound rude, but I don't know how to put it in a better way. A topic that actually has a fucking answer. If that makes sense. Not like a direct answer, but it's not a topic where it's not like you have no idea, so you want someone to explain something to you, but there's no way that anyone can explain it to you because they don't have information. So what the fuck do you want like, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be like a crazy amount of information, but like something that has some meat and is very interesting. Because if you tell me that let's say, what's a good example? If you tell me I just fell asleep with my eyes open, bro. Holy shit. What the fuck just happened? Poof. My mind blanked out. Holy shit. We'll be here later. Go take a nap. Well, I'm already streaming, so that's kind of like pointless. Baiju, I was planning on making a video about Baiju. Just like in its entirety. But still not sure exactly how. Here's a topic. Somebody said they mentioned the existence of another world in the Sumeru's quest or something. What was that about? Can anybody like update me? Remind me? What was that about again? Something about the existence of another world within the Sumeru's quest or something? How do you do? I placed the gift beside Cider Lake. I don't remember anything. Somebody said it earlier. I don't remember anything either, so I figured I'd ask. Oh, the Scarlet King got information from another world. I remember now. That thing. Maybe we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about that and what it might actually mean. We'll watch the cutscene again and like, what another world? Because we briefly talked about it after we finished the quest, and it was like, like where? Even Daneslave, didn't he say the power of Conria, or what the hell? What's it called? The art of Chemia was like a power not from this world. Didn't he say that? So, where the fuck did it come from? Huh, that's quite curious. And it's not even like it's a figure of speech. We know the other world exists. So what's going on here? Yeah, the power of beyond. What does it mean? Not to mention, we know different worlds exist inside the Hoyoverse, and we also know that someone like Alice has the ability to go to the real world, like Earth. So it's what's going on? And even in Honkai, the world in Honkai is technically based in the real world, isn't it? So if you think about it, because like, the Honkai world has stuff like, you know, the countries of real life, that would mean dinosaurs existed in Honkai, if you think about it that way. And that's why maybe Alice is like correlation with dinosaurs and KFC and all that shit is not probably even, maybe it's the real world, but maybe it's also Honkai world. Because if you think about it, in the Honkai world, we never seen it, but KFC might exist because it's the real world. You know what I mean? Kevin said dinosaurs exist. Oh. Excuse me? Dude, I'm telling you, because Honkai world is the real world, KFC exists. Think about it. Technically, the world of Honkai is a bubble universe of the real world. Right? Technically. Because people like Tesla and Einstein exist, and they're very obvious of who they are in that world. So who's to say, because also dinosaurs exist, who's to say KFC doesn't exist? Bro. Whispering Woods near Cider Lake. But it's also alternate history, so it might not exist. That is actually, I know why you're saying it, but that is incorrect. Because if you study the idea, the scientific study behind bubble universes and multiverses, the idea is that because there's an infinite possibility, no matter what, the possibility exists. I know why you're saying it might not exist, but the whole concept of the multiverse in scientific study is in a single sentence, because the possibility is unending. One way or another, there is the same version of the world. Does that make sense? This is like, you know, like real scientific stuff. Not like to say multiverse is real, but that's like, that's their hypothesis. Conrian fried chicken. Wait. Oh shit. Yo, I think that might be legit. Because it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's a location. Dun, 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 dun. Have you seen the theory about Paimon being primordial one? Yeah, that theory is floating around a lot. Here, but the thing is, we don't see KFC in this game. It's weird because I feel like how the hell did D-Luke and Noel work at KFC in a collaboration? This is it's kind of like it's not canon, I don't think, but it's also kind of like sus. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? How did they even get there? Oh, got the hiccups. Wanna just kind of go ask Alice, be like, yo, can you like give me answers? Someone would remind me. Where the fuck is this stupid box? Does anybody remind? Blah, blah, blah. Someone remind me. Remember the second Golden Archipelago event? We went into this big Dodogo machinery. I don't know what happened. Did we fly or did we teleport to the island? I'm still unsure about what actually happened. Did we fly? Okay, we flew. It wasn't animated. Got it. There's a small shore in the Whispering Woods. Near Cider Lake. Is this it? Whispering what? Oh, it's over here. Maybe we'll talk about it. Let's talk about that today. The existence of the multiverse. Shall we? I think that would be a very interesting topic. Hey, this is the clean one, the fish blasting one. Nice. We'll talk about it later. We'll bust out the whiteboard, you know. I think it's about time we give it a shot. The multiverse theory. We know it exists, but nobody's really like sat down and like put some stuff together in like a very logical way. Whether it's like, you know, seems logical or illogical, it's just nobody's really done it. We always talk about it. Nobody's really done it. Like in a very interesting way. Chill, bro.
Take it easy.
Chill. Let's see if Genshin anime can tell us something, or it'll be an entirely different story and makes us more confused. Nothing will change even if it's true. I think in the future things might change. Once the story of Genshin finishes and Honkai finishes and Star Rail finishes, it's like, what then? How do we connect everything? Stand at the door of the greatest hunter in Springvale and head south. Somewhere in Springvale. As for the anime, we talked about this in the podcast, right? It feels like this is what Unreal mentioned, and I kind of hope it's true. He was just guessing, and I kind of really hope it's true. It's the idea of the story being related to, you know how there's a time gap between
Sorry, little Diona is currently
the
taking
travelers arriving to this world and then the Abyss sibling goes on a journey by himself while he met Dainsleif, and then eventually comes back to wake up the other sibling, and then the sibling wakes up, and then they both have a discussion. It's like, we need to get the hell out of here. And then after an X amount of time, we don't know how long the time frame is, we meet the Sustainer. So there's time gap, we don't know how long, between the Abyss sibling waking us up and telling us we need to get out of here, and then when we met the Sustainer. If the anime story is related to that, that'll be sick. Gives us like a little bit of an insight to what the hell actually happened. Because from the way it looked like, the terrains look different. The siblings were obviously together, which is something that's not happening right now. But there's a place that looks like a place in Lost Fenty statue anime trailer. Is it possible for Barbara knew about... Oh, what was the deal with Barbara? I don't exactly remember her saying 500 years. I don't think the information was given how long that statue was gone for. It was just like a legend or a story or a tale that passed down. Maybe I'm wrong. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, the upside down statue. Let's go to Draft House. Both of them had no power in the trailer. Is that right? Is that right? I want to look at the trailer again. Now you got me interested. We'll look at that too. We'll talk about that too. I'm interested now. I want to revisit the trailer for the anime. Oh, that's a good conversation. I want to talk about it. The anime. What the plot of the anime. You know what? Maybe we should just talk about that today. Shit. Think about it. We make a video out of this. Genshin Impact anime. What is the plot of Genshin Impact anime? Dude, tell me that's not a clickbait title. What is the plot of Genshin Impact anime? And you know it doesn't fucking matter. It's because this fucking anime will not come out till like 2 more years.
Take it easy.
Dun, 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 dun. Slice of life? I wouldn't even dislike it if it was slice of life. If you look at Ether's hair in game, the end of his braids, Archon's hair. What? If you look at Ether's hair in game, the end of his braid is white, just like the Archon's hair is the same as Element. Okay, oh, you're so basically saying he's a god. Do you think they'll use the same voice actors? Probably. Sully, what's up? How are you? Welcome in. I hope they keep the same voice actors. Present is near Windrise inside a red adventurer's tent. Is that it over there? Oh, I see it.
Take it easy.
Oh, by the way, last night we recorded our 3rd episode of the podcast. The podcast will be coming out Monday, more than likely. Definitely, probably. So look out for that, yo. Monday, new podcast episode. Let's go. Basically, what that was just another shameless plug. Let's go. If anime was 2 years later, then it's Natlan already. So maybe they focus on Archon War, past events in form of a story being told to the traveler by someone else. I see where you're going with this. Yeah, because at that point, it wouldn't make sense for the anime to be at a certain point if we're trying to make it canon. It wouldn't make sense that. Who knows? Maybe it's just the entire journey. I don't know. Let's see. HC, what's up? My gift is on the cliff face, waterfall of the outskirts of Springvale. Waterfall outskirts of Springvale? The hell is that? Is this it? Why is it all down here?
Take it easy.
Holy shit. Doing. Oh, my throat. Something's in my throat. So we got a couple topics, right? Or maybe it's a bubble universe of Tavant. Connecting Alice, multiverse theory, and the anime together. Dun dun dun. Or maybe it has nothing to do with anything. Wouldn't Genshin anime be technically an isekai anime? Yeah. But usually isekai anime... Actually, you're probably right.
I got a new letter from
Yo,
Uncle.
how crazy would it be if whenever the anime comes out, right? Yeah, and Alice gets a face reveal for the first time, but from the anime. And we never see her in the game, it's just an anime. And then everybody's just gonna... Because if you think about it, the anime is gonna be super poggers, but it's gonna be even better if there's some stuff that was never like seen inside the game shown in the anime, and then the internet will explode. I feel like that's actually very possible. That there's some things that are gonna be shown in the anime first before the game. Just to make the anime fucking get traction in terms of like press. They're probably gonna do that for attraction. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. The hell is this? The gift is besides that one spot in Springvale from which the aroma of meat ever drifts. Oh, I think I might know where that is. I placed my festive flower basket at the house due south of Dawn Winery. South of Dawn Winery?
Take it easy. Take it easy.
The anime gonna start with Fanes whipping out the sovereigns in an epic, wiping out the sovereigns. That sounds way too epic or detailed. Would they do that? I wonder. Springvale. Almost done. Then, hey, look, it's Pepe. Oh, Pepe gone. Wait, this is the wrong house.
Take it easy.
Is it? Oh, mama. Where is the place where there's meat? Smell of meat. Is that the house? Wasn't there a house that the lady cooks often?
Take it easy.
Is this it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, Brooke, is that her name? This lady. Sweet. We are done with that. How the twins are able to escape from Sustainer who helps them? Nobody. I don't think anybody helps them. I don't think they escaped. They were just separated from the cutscene in the beginning, weren't they? Yay.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
So we're done with this. Thank God. What is shop colors? Oh, we have to finish this first. You're gonna engage in the capitalism for the event now. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Is it worth it? Maybe I won't do this. And then we talk about theory stuff. I think I'm just gonna talk about theory stuff. To get my brain working. We've already been streaming for a while. About an hour. Shit. How do I want to do this? We need a good BGM. Genshin Impact BGM. Genshin Impact full OST. 11-hour long video. Holy shit. It's an 11-hour long video. Just AFK and Port Ormos. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Oh shit, hold on. Before I do that, I'm almost capped. So let me go make my little, what's it called? Condensed resin. Yay. Cool. This is Port Ormos music? I guess it's nighttime music. Alright. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there's the Port Ormos feels. Okay. Hey, yeah, yeah. Let me get the whiteboard out. Yeah. Yo. Yo. The board has arrived. It has arrived. Ah, shit. Chat, it's here. Hold on. Before. Let me. Oh. Let me move around so that I get some blood flowing. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep yawning and falling asleep. Turn that off. Bonk. Is that pretty bright enough? Yeah, that's good. Oh! 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 My back! Time to upgrade this smartboard. Welcome, everyone. Hey, if you're just joining us, thank you for being here. This is another episode of Theory Thursdays, and today, I guess I have to do a YouTube intro just in case. Just in case if I make this into video. Okay. Mama. Never used to making these YouTube intros, bro. Is the music even working? What the hell? Where's the music? It's broken. I'm just gonna YouTube it. Oh, it's just super late. Alright. Okay. Man, maybe I should turn this off. Is that too bright? Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Today on Theory Thursday, I think the topic that we're gonna be talking about is... What was this topic? What was the topic? Oh, the anime. Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Today we're gonna be talking about what potentially will be the plot of the anime of Genshin Impact that is gonna be coming soon. Hopefully soon, maybe in a couple years, I don't know. But we're just gonna be theory crafting and see, maybe watch the video again and see if we can get to a conclusion of what the story could be. Who knows? We'll find out. So the first thing we should do is watch the video again. It's a trailer. We've already seen it, but let's see if we can pick up some information from it that we didn't notice the first time. Hello everyone, welcome in. Genshin Impact anime trailer. Chat, there's only like one, right? There's only one video, if I recall. Yeah, okay, it's probably this one. Let's take a look. Hoyoverse. See? Obviously, immediately, this is pretty much a given, but it seems like this is the same sequence of a scene in the very beginning when the travelers arrived in Tevat. So maybe it is not like a crazy idea of a different world, even because the terrains look a little bit different than what we're used to inside the game, but it's obviously still looks like this is Tevat, right? 4 stars. 4 stars. This looks like, I don't know, Sumeru? No! These plants don't exist in Sumeru. These plants exist only in Mondstadt. Am I crazy? What were the name of these plants here? It's like, it's the thing that Bennett gave to Razor in the event. I forgot the name. The small lame grass, right? They only exist in Mondstadt, so technically, even though there's like a lot of like really thin forest looking area, it's actually like Mondstadt. This is actually Mondstadt, unless this is like some crazy different universe. I think this part is just intro, not indicative of the actual anime. How do you know? Did they say it? Curious. Whispering Woods, most likely. The concept PV? Well, I mean, this is all we got, so we gotta work with what we got. Concept TV doesn't mean it's not going to be, right? Alright, there's a Sealy Temple. Quality. Okay, good. Definitely just feels like Mondstadt, even with the music. Oh wait, I missed something. Okay. The hell is that thing? What is that? Venti's bed. You're telling me that's where the statue should be sitting? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that's potentially the hole is what the statue of the seven of missing Venti statue should be? Is that one of the theories here? Could be part of the Storm Terror's lair. The art looks like Deck Arabian. What are these little like things on here? First of all, Thousand Wind Temple. Where is this? Does this even exist in... Alright. Obviously this is a concept trailer, right? But where's this like big ass like gaping hole of a chasm in like what seems to be indicative of Mondstadt? Obviously we don't have something very similar like this in the game. This is completely like new, but... And because it's so new or different, because the terrain is so different, maybe it's not even like the current times, right? Maybe it's like sometime in the past or sometime in the future. That's where Otto will come out. Portal to Celestia looks like a boss arena. What are these ores? Alright. Judging from this shot alone, call me crazy, but this looks nothing like Mondstadt right now. But how much of the terrain can... Because the original theory was, my original thought with my friend Unreal, when we were talking about this, it might be, the story of the anime might be like something related to the time between when our traveler woke up and the Abyss Traveler told us we gotta get out of here, and by the time we meet the Sustainer, there's like a time gap, and I thought, like, we assumed maybe it would be a really cool idea if the anime was about the time gap, but that was 500 years ago, somewhere around, right? Can terrains like this change in like 500 years? Who knows? We don't have the area unlocked. Oh, maybe you're saying maybe this is still Mondstadt, it's just the different part of the area, huh? Is that what you're saying? So somewhere like, if we were to look, somewhere like up here. Oh, that would be interesting. So maybe possibly we're thinking it's just an area that's not unlocked, and the anime coincides with our journey in this specific area. But in the trailer, didn't we like meet the Traveler's Abyss sibling? That's kind of sus. Let's keep watching. That's the tree of Vanessa, I think. That's Mondstadt, or that's Dragon's Spine. Where's this? Is there a gigantic waterfall that has insane amount of vegetation? Oh, shit. Let me change the scene. Sorry. Let me go back. So after this shot, right? There's a waterfall. You see this? Is there a possibility that in the game, somewhere in the north of Mondstadt, there's this waterfall and there's like this vegetation? I don't know. Starfell Valley, this much vegetation, this much, like, this is like deep green, and I'm like, I think they just dramatized it. Maybe this, I'm assuming this has to be somewhere in Mondstadt though, because if you think about it, the very next shot. All right, that's great. This is Windrise, right? And then right after that is Dragon Spire. So it has to be somewhere within Mondstadt. This is also like plot points of Mondstadt. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Don't know where this is. It was said that Traveler meet Paimon 2 months before they go on Mondstadt, so maybe they met there where he and or she catches Paimon by fishing pole. Oh, you're suggesting because there's 2 months period, or it was said. Where was it said? Do you know exactly where that's from? Because if there's a 2 month period between when Paimon gets fished out and Traveler goes to Mondstadt, remember the real Mondstadt canonically is much bigger than in the game where it is condensed. Is it? Where are you guys getting this information from? I've never heard of these. Very start. In the beginning of the game or this trailer? Hmm. Oh yeah, you're right. By the way, there is no nail on top of the dragon spine. Or is there? Actually, we can't tell. Because the nail is supposed to be higher up. Oh, there we don't know. That's the sad thing. There's no nail from this picture, but the thing is, there's only instances where we see the nail after we fix it and it's really high up, which you probably can't see, or before we fix it, which is screwed up and it's inside the mountain. So we can't tell is the nail actually here or not. Like that would be like a really good indication of like what the time frame might be for this anime, but either case you can't tell, and I feel like they did this on purpose. After the sustainer fight, they say that they met Paimon 2 months ago. What? Hold on a minute. You gotta be. Hold on. That sounds crazy to me because I've seen the intro for a while, a lot. Let me look it up because I have that exact thingy. If I can find it. Here it is. First 5 minute of game. Is it before or after this? Is it after the cutscene? Oh, this is probably before. So we gotta go look at the cutscene. Why am I waiting like this is an actual? This is the same shit. Where's the cutscene? Guess I can just find it on YouTube. Yeah, let's go find it on YouTube. Da-da-da. First 15 minutes of Genshin Impact.
So,
Before or after this? I guess this is still before. No, this is right.
What you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go
After. There's like a little black screen with like a little text, I think is what you're saying.
Wait! Don't go! Give my sister back!
Just like that, the god took away my sister. Some kind of seal was cast upon me. I lost my power while we used. So while we used to travel from world to world, we are now trapped
And
here.
just like that,
Okay.
God took away.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so
I literally
while
just read it.
We are now trapped here.
Damn loading. Long loading. Come on. Okay.
How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. When I woke, I was all alone. Until I met you 2 months ago.
Oh. Dude, okay. So we got like 3 different possibilities, I think, where the plot of the anime is actually relating to. What the fuck did I just say? Is that even English? Was it? Is that sentence even understandable? I feel like I am so dumb. Okay. So here's the deal. I feel like there's 3 possibilities. You didn't understand. Sorry about that. So first, hopefully you can see this. Genshin anime. Can you see this? Plot. Genshin anime plot. And I feel like from the trailer itself, there might be three possibilities, right? Number 1 is the time lapse between when our traveler woke up to leave this world, Tavat, and then getting stopped by the sustainer. It was never explicitly said how long that period was, right? There's like a time gap between when the traveler first woke up, because the sibling woke us up to get out of this world, and then sustainer ultimately stopping us. The reason why I'm saying this is because everything in the trailer for the anime, just like the area and stuff, look kind of very different, right? The terrains look unfamiliar. Maybe these are yet to be unlocked areas, perhaps, but there's that possibility. So what do I even call this? 500 years ago? 500 years ago. Right? But isn't the gap 500 years? So maybe it was between 500 years. No, because when did I don't know, because it might So here's what I know. Here's what I think I know. There's a significant time gap from Abyss sibling waking up to Traveler waking up. Wasn't it? Okay, hold on. Before you even do this, let's. This is why. Because if I remember correctly, at the end of this, don't the travelers, like, the siblings meet? Obviously, right here. Obviously, this entire trailer might just be a conceptual idea and it's not even like really the story, but this is what we got, so we use this as a clue, right? And you're right. For some reason, Lumine has the power of white, but Ether has the power of black. That's actually a very, very important clue, mayhaps. Chat, what is the color of the Abyss sibling when we meet them in the game? Anybody remember? Oh, I don't remember. Was it black? Was it white as well in the game? So we are white and the Abyss sibling is also white. So why is Ether black? Now here's the situation. This might not have anything to do with the lore of the anime, but because it's Genshin, I feel like they would freak out if the animation studio just accidentally used black because it matched the color themes of Ether. Because this thing actually has a very big significance in the power of the Traveler, right? I mean, it's a promotional video, not the real trailer. Listen, I understand, but this is all we got. You guys are making this exceptionally hard for this to be a video because the counterpoints are like, okay, now what? Do I even want to talk about this? What's up, Rip Dark? How you doing? Welcome in. But both had the power of white in the fight with the unknown god. So you're saying the only possibility that the power is black for Ether is if this is interesting. Well, hold on, let me see something. You see? Huh. This is the only instance where it's black. Right before you touch the statue. Lumine's white, I understand that. Lumine turns gray when losing power in the cutscene. There's no way to tell. There's no way to tell. We will. Which one? We will meet again quest? Okay. Genshin Impact. We will meet again quest.
Oh, yes, yes. They have the audacity to go after anything. The Seven.
Are we in the right thingy, chat?
Ether.
Okay, clearly. She has white. Where exactly are we talking about? What are you guys saying? What's the thing here? What are you guys suggesting? Why did I look this up again? Look up the start cutscene where someone chooses me as a traveler. She's in the bits, but she's white. You guys are you guys are misunderstanding. White or black does not mean which side they're on. All it means is they have the power that originated with or they've lost. I think you guys are confused. This is not a black versus white chess theory video. Are you saying it doesn't make sense because she has the power of the white light, but she's with the abyss? That's not even what we're saying. Can you go to like the Lumi cutscene where you choose Lumi? Yeah, sure. Sure. Like somewhere here. You can't even tell if Ether. Oh, he's got his wrist is glowing white. I think that's a good indicator. Ether's definitely. He's got the power of glowing white because you can tell from this little orb that's on his cape. Where the hell can I tell for Lumine? Can I see it in this shot? Oh, it's right there. It's fucking right there. They're both white. Right here. They're both white. So what why did we look this up? I knew they were both white. Why were you have to look up her gameplay for what reason? It's gray when she loses power. I know that. Did I not make that clear? What the hell? You need to look up Lumi cutscene. It doesn't matter. It's still the same, no matter who you pick. Here's what's going on. Basically, I'm trying to figure out. You're an Ether cutscene. Are you? So basically you're saying if I start up a new game, I go through the cutscene, I select Lumine, and I wake up on the beach, and basically you're telling me that she will have white or black. There, no matter who you pick, it's the same. There's like, are we just trying to look it up to make sure that we have our I's dotted and T's crossed, or like Lumine on beach will have gray. Yeah, she will. I know that. No matter who you pick, I don't understand why this is so confusing. We've already established this. No matter who you pick, if you wake up on the beach, they will have black thingy. Mm, this is so nitpicking. That's fine. I don't even know where the confusion would stem from. I thought it was pretty obvious. To state my point that they both lost their powers. The Abyss sibling... Chat, where does it indicate that the Abyss sibling lost their powers? I don't think the Abyss sibling ever lost their powers, unless there's like a cutscene or something. During the Cataclysm scene, I don't think maybe I'm wrong. I'll look it up, but I've seen that shit like 10 billion times. What's it called? We will be reunited. Genshin cutscene. I just want to make sure because I think we have enough hints to come to a conclusion. Okay, there she's white. This is the Abyss sibling Lumine. White, okay. So I'm not stating that the Abyss sibling lost their powers. I know, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about your question. I'm moving on. I'm saying that anime trailer both lost their power. No, they didn't. One's black, one's white. Anyways. So how do I wanna... Alright. Give me a second to think. Because I feel like this is actually rather very important. I've been trying to say it's gray, but whatever. I feel like gray and black is the same. Let me think about this, because I want to see what this means. Canonically, no matter what MiHoYo says or Hoyoverse says, canonically, the main character is Ether. No matter what they say in interviews or whatever, they said you can pick either one. But using all the promotional materials that they have been using, the main character is Ether. I don't know if you agree or disagree with this idea, but that's what I think. I know there's an interview out there that said, no, you can pick both, whatever. But I mean, everything, the main character Traveler is Ether. So in the story, from all the cutscenes and all the interesting things that I've noticed, one sibling retains their power throughout the entirety of the 500 years, which is the Abyss sibling. I don't think there's a single indication where their little light thingy turns off, this little white light. However, your main character or your Ether or whoever you decide to play, let's say Ether for now, there is only one position where they have lost their powers. And the little symbol on their chest turns black or gray, whichever you look at it. And as it turns out, that the only time that actually happens is The only time that that actually happens is this scene right here.
How many?
Right? Chat, agree or disagree? For every information we have in the game about the traveler's element or whatever power, this is the only place that I've noticed that the main character has no light. It's gray and black. I think it's essentially the same thing. Because you're saying gray is locked and black is missing power, I feel like it's literally the same thing. This is the only place where the traveler doesn't have power. So, and this is before the story begins, before we first interact with the Statue of the Seven. Which means, in my opinion, if obviously we don't know if this could just be for promotional purposes, but if we're using this to come up with some kind of an idea for theorizing the story of the anime, it might be the time frame in which the traveler lost their powers after getting separated. But it is kind of weird because this is them literally holding hands, which is kind of weird to me, obviously, because ever since the Ether or the main character lost their powers, they never met the siblings. So this is kind of like weird. What are the other options here? Maybe at the end of the day, if we're looking at this elemental symbol, that's probably the most likely case, but we know factually that Lumine and Ether never met after Ether lost his powers. So the other option is maybe it's during the time before meeting with the sustainer. But from that scene alone too, it was very obvious that they both had their elements, right? Lumine has white here, Ether has white here. So realistically, maybe Ether was using Lumine's power here in this scene. This trailer is just Ether dreaming. Wait. This? Maybe it is. Huh. Realistically, dude. Because if you remember in the very beginning, right? Very beginning of this trailer. This is obviously after they arrived in this world. And then there's Paimon, right? And because Paimon says oh, that's so obvious now if you think about it. Paimon is with, if the perspective of this shot right now is the traveler, let's say hypothetically, right? Let's say hypothetically this perspective is the traveler and Paimon's here. That means there's no way in the world that this plot of the anime is before
Lee Cardozo super chatted $1.85.
getting separated.
Hi, look at the video with Lumine without powers still white.
Which one's that? What video is that? Look at the video with Lumine without powers. Where? Which one? Thank you for the super chat, appreciate it. Because Paimon is here, this is definitely in recent times, after she got fished out of the lake. Right? Maybe it's not Paimon, but another Sealy. Oh my god. Lumine at the beach. First 10 minutes of Genshin Impact. Who did they choose
everyone.
in this?
My name is
Javian. What'd you choose in this? You picked Ether. Ether. Why is everybody picking Ether? Oh! Genshin Impact. First quest? Here it is. It's kind of like bad quality, but it is what it is.
So whilst we used to cross years ago, was it? I don't
Oh! That's sus.
don't know. Years ago.
It's white. That's so weird. You think that's gray? That's white. Am I blind? It doesn't glow, but it's white. Okay, what does this mean? This is what I've been trying to tell you. So, Lumine is white regardless, and Ether is black regardless, but it doesn't matter when they have power, it glows white. Is that what the situation is? This is so fucking insane. You know, that's funny you guys say this. Now that I think about it. Wait, I'm going backwards. Oh, shit. Oh, that was Geo. It's never mind. Never mind. I thought it was black or white. That was Geo. What does this mean? What does this ultimately mean? That would mean that this that means neither of them have their powers. Is that what the ultimate conclusion is? It's not glowing. They don't have wings. Well, I feel like they can just pull out their wings or whatever, right? If they want, and then put it away. So here's the situation. They don't have their original powers. They don't have any of the Statue of the Seven powers. So when in the hell in the story was this the case at the same time? That they were actually be able to meet. I don't think that part of the story exists. I don't think it exists. This is just like a full even after back in Conrio. Probably doesn't exist in the game. Yeah, maybe not. Original home world. This is actually set at the end of the game. Yeah, I would assume they have powers in Conrio, because... Well... One of them, the Abyss sibling, went to Conrio. Because in this cutscene... They have powers, right? In this cutscene, they have powers. Actually, it doesn't make sense. There's no... I cannot come up with the logical conclusion where this is the case, where neither of them have their powers, not even the Statue of the Seven Powers, and they're seen together. For what it's worth, I thought I could come up with some kind of a hypothesis of when this could be, but logically, there is no evidence that this actually is just nothing but a fucking PV trailer. Unless you guys can come up with something cool, because I don't think there's anything here. Very sad. We put a lot of effort into this. It's a work in progress promo. Yeah, I know. I just figured maybe there's something here. If it's not, it is whatever. I want to finish this out though. Let's watch it. Maybe there's something else. You seriously doubt this is part of the anime? Maybe it's not even part of the anime. You're right. Holy shit. Yo, let me put it this way, chat. You remember when we first saw this trailer and it was like cool as shit? Remember? Like during the live stream or whatever, and we just lost our mind, right? But if you realistically think about it, both of these characters are actually worthless at this very moment. It's fucking trash. No power. Fucking standing in middle of wilderness, not knowing what to do. It's actually they're worthless. It's like, hey, where do we go now? I don't know. I don't have wings. At the end, they're just like, what to do now? I don't know. You figure it out, bro. What the hell? Did Lumine really retain her power though? She uses black power during things they've seen. She uses black power during things they've seen. She had like a glowing white thing. I don't know if you mean black power as in like some of her abilities. That's probably not really directly related to it, maybe. Like she could still have like light colored powers, but like it's like art of Kemia, which is black in general. The abyssal energy, right? I don't think using the abyssal energy would change the color of like her outfit. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess that it could be from when they first arrived, since they showed the scene from Falling Down Stars like the intro. Maybe. But they should they have their powers? I don't know. And now I think about it, maybe that's so weird. Now I think about it, Abyss energy maybe should make their little gems black colored or purplish black color because all the other elements do. That is kind of strange. What about this? Okay, chat. Let's take a deep breath. All right, and let's talk through with this. Let's talk through about this. The anime trailer has nothing to do with anything. I think that is pretty. I tried to maybe come up with like a solution that doesn't exist, but it seems like it doesn't fucking mean anything. But now we got into this conversation about the traveler's specific colors of the gem. That's so interesting if you think about it. Why doesn't the abyssal energy change the color of their abyssal twin? When we resonate with the Statue of the Seven, we get a different color. The argument that I see is it's because the abyssal power is not the power of the Archon. But then again, why doesn't it override? I mean, no light is no light. It doesn't do anything. What color is a traveler when they both use both Geo and Anemo? Wait, they use both? Because it's not the power of the Tavat itself. Child cutscene, they use both. Okay. I think there's a very interesting topic brewing. Let me erase this. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up for a second. This is interesting. Ugh! The music stopped again. Alright. So, about the traveler's powers. What's it called? Okay, you know what? This stupid in-game music is so dumb. It, like, doesn't work half the time because there's a huge pause. Genshin Impact, the OST. I'm just gonna use this. Let's see. So, I just want to list out the times that the traveler's color changed, if that makes sense. The elemental colors. But before we even do that, I don't know what exactly we're gonna come out with this, but I just wanted to see. I just want to jot it down and see what I can notice. So let's put it this way first. We got Lumine and Ether, right? That's Lumine, that's Ether. We're talking about this in canonically, okay? Does that make sense? Canonically. So basically, Ether's the MC. And then Lumine is Abyss. Yeah? Are you following? This is so far, it's not too complicated so far, right? Are we losing our brain cells over this? We're good? Lumine and Ether. Ether being the MC, he is black, right? Either case, it doesn't matter if whether you choose Ether or Lumine. Black Ether is just black when they're off power. Just notice that the color changed into purple when they're exposed to God residue. Oh, interesting. Let me look that up. Okay. Ether's black. Lumine's white. So far, so good. Nobody having trouble understanding this or rebuting this idea? So far, so good. When they're powerless, Lumine is white, Ether's black. Now, with that written, let's look at some of the instances where that changes. Yeah, we'll check out the cutscenes. These are the instances changes. One, we got, what's the first? Resonance. Statue of the Seven. Right? And then we got no power. Or powered, which is light. Powered. Light. So, just in case somebody is confused, when Lumine and Ether, they don't have any powers. White is Lumine. Ether's black. But when they have power, regardless of whether they're white or black, when they're powered with energy, their real powers, they light up. Right? Even if it was a black colored little emblem thingy, it still lights up for Ether, Lumine, whatever. And then there's Statue of the Seven. Now there's a third instance where the color changes, I think. But let me just make sure I verify this by going into the cutscene, because I don't remember what the color it was when the Traveler fought with Raiden Shogun. And then Yaemiko was there. Traveler versus Raiden Shogun cutscene.
Time for you to enlighten me.
I will have order.
They too have
Right here.
which they long.
You think it's gold? Does it turn gold?
Since entrusted to you.
So
Now
it
then,
starts off with whatever they
close your
resonated
eyes.
with. If it doesn't change, it doesn't change. But I was wondering if it did in any way, shape, or form because all the aura stuff. It stays the same, it's just golden aura. Right? It seems it's the same, just the golden aura. Okay. So there's a third way of changing. Just golden aura. Gold? Light aura? How do I put it? Should I use gold or light? I don't know. Gold light. Gold. Light. Aura. Alright, now what was the thing from earlier? Scaramouche with the karma? Oh, which part was that? We also had that in the scene where the animals give us power in the J thing. Animals give us power in the J thing. Okay, one thing at a time. Sorry, one thing at a time. Let's do this first.
Managed to find this place. Congratulations. Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead.
Is this the karma part, or do I have to go to the
So
Tepe
that's
part?
what this is about. I think you've got the wrong ideas to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have... Azuma looks pretty impenetrable. Farce. You have to see the funny side.
This is the right part.
Calm down! No!
Oh, are we just talking about the aura?
That's it.
Not
Just
like the
that.
gem?
Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
We're just talking about the aura. Like, around him, not like the gem part. Oh, I thought that was like something... Okay. I change colors. Does that mean anything, though?
Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
Oh. No, that's just a shading. That's just a shading. At least for this part.
Hey, calm down!
I don't know. That sounds that part sounds pretty copium. I see the purple aura though. Do you remember what Traveler said to Child about his power? What did he say? No, I don't. Before that? The abyssal energy comes from corruption, filth, and hatred. The golden energy comes from ambition. I kind of vibe with what you're saying. Interesting. So there's the golden aura for dreams and hopes. I guess we'll put it that way. Dreams. Hope. And then we got the purple aura, dark aura. Purple, dark, aura, corruption. Is that pretty much it? There's nothing else? When Ether was affected by that thingy with Scaramouche, started to have a headache. Oh God. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. You know how in the game we often say, or people often say, Traveler is the sun and Paimon is the moon. We've heard this analogy before, right? Like the Oranaras, and I think there are few instances. And then we've already established the idea that, you know, in a symbolic representation, you know, the moon is a reflection of the sun. They're somewhat similar, but not exactly, but they are still somewhat similar. We've noticed that when the Traveler is exposed to the power of corruption, they get like a headache, right? As who said that earlier? Someone said that earlier. Oh, Rika. Funnily, Paimon does also get headaches, but it's not specifically from corruption itself because she was never exposed to the corruption, but it's more because of exposure to what was it called? I talked to Unreal about this. It was exposure to chaotic space. Chaotic space meaning specifically the chasm, and I think it also happened recently. Unstable space, that's what it was. Ether translates to space. Like not like outer space, but like tangible, like space. Volume. So oh god, let me think about this. Cause the idea of chaotic space and unstable space, where does it stem from? Doesn't it basically stem from oh, what does it stem from? Basically what I'm trying to get is the corruption and the power of the abyss that kind of stems from the karma and like I would even want to venture out and say like the abyssal energy, which is like counter to the god's energy or corruption, right? That's ultimately what gives Traveler a headache because it's something that opposes. It's like a kryptonite almost. Does that make sense? In a simple way, it's like a kryptonite kind of effect there. The abyss energy to the traveler. It's like corruption. I don't know how the abyss traveler is able to like consume it and like why do you think the abyss traveler is able to like withstand it? Moon controls the tides where a long-term waves in real life, and remember we get Paimon on the beach where wave ends. Wait, I think I understand, but what does that have to do with Paimon's chaotic space? Traveler got a headache from something from Shogun's puppet as well, right? Hmm. Ow, my ears hurt. I think the Abyss Traveler might have the ability to harness full light energy that because the light energy is purifying the abyssal energy. They dwell too long in the abyss. Who said that? I remember them saying that. The incense? For Sumida quest? Oh yeah, did that give the traveler a headache too? Was that a headache or was she just high? Don't forget they can purify corrupt objects or something. Oh, true. The main character, the main traveler that we play, they have the power of purification. Do you think the Abyss sibling also has the power of purification, but they're just not utilizing it? Or they have since lost that power of purification because they were corrupted and now they're full Abyss? Even though it seems like they have the light element on their chest or whatever. Matcha, what's up? How you doing? Okay, this in-game music is actually fucking trash. It's fucking ridiculous. It keeps like playing for like a minute and it disappears. Genshin Impact OST. How would that signify that she lost the thing? I'm asking you. What do you think? I'm not telling you what I think. I'm asking you which one do you think is more likely? Whether the Abyss sibling still has the power of purification, or have they lost it? What if it was not to purify but to absorb? So since Lumine traveled in the Abyss, she's able to absorb Abyss power and be able to control it. I feel like that is a possibility. All in all, I feel like there's something here. Oh, damn it. Abyss sibling continuously purifies the abyssal energy around themselves to not get affected by it, I guess. But they can still harness the power. Uh-huh. One thing can be possible, that when Traveler got separated and walked on Tabal for 500 years, been to all 7 regions, witnessed their elements, and depend on Dark to take over since got no light. What if... Yo, call me crazy, but you're right. The Abyss Traveler at one point, without us, during the time that we were sleeping, the Abyss sibling did travel through the entirety of Tovat, right? Eventually, probably, likely resonated with every statue. And obviously, if you mix all the colors, you have white, right? So, it's like what people were speculating already, where after we get all the elements, we eventually get the power of light. And because of that, she's unaffected by the abyssal power. But since we are still on, we're not 100% at the light power, we're still affected by the abyssal power, and it gives us a headache. Character selection, Aether Gem glows orange. No. Bib. No, don't do this to me. We looked at it. I swear to God, it's white. Or is it black? What? Now you're giving me orange? You're gonna confuse me now. Thank you for the 11 months though. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. In character selection, Aether Gem glows orange. Fuck! I don't have Ether. What the hell? Is he not here, or oh, I'm looking for Lumine. What the hell's Lumine? Is she not here? In the catalog? She's not in the archive? That's stupid. I thought she was before. When they touched the statue, the seventh traveler got the power because they touched it, so maybe it was absorption and not purify. Also, when we touch the statue, it turns red to blue. The red to blue, I think maybe it's purification and absorption. Because the red to blue seems to me like a purification and similar to Dvalin's case, but the reason why they do get the power is probably because of absorption. Yeah, I don't have Kazuha. What if Asmodee sealed both power into Lumine and Ether, only can use Abyssal power for now? Why would they seal it though? Wait, who the fuck is Asmodee? Who's that? Oh, fuck. Dude. Were we given that name in the game? I guess it's pretty common knowledge. But it sounds like a fucking leak to me. It was from the data file. Is data file considered a leak? If it was not mentioned in the game or not? I've heard it before. I was just confused who it was. But it is what it is, I guess. At this point, it's just like, what's a leak and what's not a leak anymore? It's kind of like ridiculous. Remember that the teleport waypoints also had the same type of light as the Statue of the Seven? Yeah, and I think that's because they're connected to the ley lines. Where do we, what are we, where does this information take us? Realistically. About the Traveler and the headache and the abyssal energy and Paimon also having a headache that's similar to the Traveler, almost as if she's the reflection of the sun as the moon. I feel like this information is actually very good to know, but where does this go? It's the question. What's the big topic here? It doesn't exist. We didn't even come up with a topic. It's more like we just kind of ran on a little info dump or research, I suppose. Why do you think, let's say if it was true, chat, let's think about the basic questions here instead of like trying to figure out like these absorption and all that shit. Traveler gets a headache, Paimon gets a headache. It's almost like as if they're mirroring each other. Why? Paimon is also said to be blessed with Dendro. What the hell? Where was that? What if Paimon is a manifestation of one of the original Traveler's power? Oh shit. Oh shit. Bro, that's the same thing. I really gotta make this theory video about the four shades. That's just this whole thing fits so well with the whole concept we talked about the other day with the four shades. Basically, if you guys weren't here, the thing that we were talking about was Paimon is probably, in my opinion, one of the four shades that's related to like the sea leaves, the sustainers, because they all have like similar like aesthetics and features. But then the question was left unanswered at that point. It's like, then? If Paimon's one of the four shades, okay, that's great. But what the fuck is the Traveler? But if you think about it, because Traveler, if original gods, meaning like the original god of originality, a god of originality, and the Travelers came from that idea, and if the shades were made from the primordial one, the original god, which means the shades is a reflection of the primordial god. So Paimon having a headache, just like the Traveler, it's very actually accurate. You guys understand what I'm saying here? So I feel like Paimon is the shade of the primordial one, and then the Travelers are directly linked to the primordial one, and the primordial one, correct me if I'm wrong, but the primordial one was also kind of the one who created the light realm, the light of the light realm, if that makes sense. And then you could kind of consider the primordial one as the source of light or path for living beings, almost as if it's like a sun. Strange enough, the Traveler is always considered as a sun, but Paimon is always considered as a moon, which is the shade of the sun. I feel like it's making sense in my head. I was sitting on this stream or this theory topic for a while. Do you think Easteroth is one of the shades? That was my opinion, yes. Paimon and Traveler are somehow connected because if you look at the aerial animation, the Traveler summons like a constellation in their arm, which is exactly the same as Paimon's cape. True. Have you watched the video about Criseo might be one who created Primordial and Tevat? Okay, that's gonna get super confusing. I don't want to get into that just yet. That's too much info overload. What are the chances that Paimon is Easteroth? It's just a little complicated. This is not... I need to figure out a way to better word this. My understanding, my opinion, this is strictly my opinion. You're welcome to disagree. My opinion is that technically Paimon is not Easteroth because there are different shades, and I believe that Easteroth is one of the shades and Paimon is also one of the shades. But because these shades are technically from the primordial one, they should be identical to each other, even though they're different beings. Does that make sense? Like, they should all have the similar and same traits as the primordial one and as the other shades, because they all originate from the same thing. But even though they're different beings, they are all the same. I don't know if that's too confusing to understand, but that's like my idea. Did the primordial one split himself into 4 parts or his powers into 4 parts? I think he just... I thought it's more like a copy and paste. Like shades and different light sources. You can kind of see it that way. Maybe Paimon was a power traveler because ether colored his chest. So ether's black. We learned that today. And turned black. Oh, turned black because the white turned into Paimon. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I don't know if I agree with 100%, but the overall concept and the symbolic representation, I think there's something there. Let me copy your comment, your chat message, and I'll save that somewhere. I don't have an answer to it just yet, though. Because it sounds more symbolic than actual, like, direct representation. Is KK Flame Chaser case have been solved? I don't think so. Do you think there's a lower reason why some characters have small visions or it's aesthetics? I thought I did, but that kind of like it disappeared. It disappeared from my mind because I couldn't really understand why that was. Paimon had the blessings of Dendro during Sumeru Archon Quest Part 2, but she never had the power to control elements. Wait, what do you guys mean when they say power of the blessing? I forgot. I don't remember that part. Can somebody give me a refresher? What do you mean Paimon had the blessing of Dendro? From who and what can she do with it? What was the dialogue that was talked about there? I don't remember. I don't know why I don't remember. She can see Nahida. Oh! Because she can see her. So what does that mean? Is it almost as if like, is it also similar to the idea that Paimon also seems to have some kind of similar abilities as the Traveler, with the idea that she was also blessed with the power or the blessing of Dendro? Is that like where the connection is here? Just so I can clearly understand. Or maybe it's the other way around. Yo, chat. What about this? Nahida claims that, you know, the Traveler and Paimon has the blessing of Dendro, right? That's why they can see Nahida. But what if it's actually all the way around? Considering the Traveler is from the Primordial one, it's not that they were blessed by Dendro. It's more like they are... What's the word I'm looking for? It's not a question that they can't see her. It's like almost backwards. Because if we're assuming that the Traveler is connected to the Primordial one and Paimon is connected to the Primordial one as one of his shades, it's almost as if it's obvious that they can see her, not like a blessing. And Paimon isn't even phased by the abyssal power during Scudam, which yes, but Paimon is phased by the what's it called? Unstable space. Which I feel like could be very similar. Check the other translation. English usually has the most mistranslation of all the languages. I've done a lot of translation research for this game. I don't think that could be something that can be mistranslated. The idea is very similar, I think. Blessing? Maybe I'll look it up. Maybe I will. I'll write it down. Check translation. There you go. I'll look it up. Right now I have no idea exactly where that dialogue was from, so it's like gonna take forever to find it. Lumion, Ether, Paimon, Easteroth, and the Four Shades. I'm more thinking Easteroth, Paimon, the Sustainer, and Seelis. You know how it's very, very, very questionable that a lot of people believe that Paimon is one of the Seelis? And I've had that assumption for a long time too. And I think that is still somewhat accurate. But the problem is, not only does Paimon look similar to Seelis, she is also very similar to the Sustainer. She is also very similar to Easteroth in terms of some of the powers that she portrays. So it's like, again, going back to the original thought of they're not the same, but they all have the same aesthetic and abilities of these four shades. Maybe that's why Paimon was called best guy, because she was their true power, where the power is to travel and guide them from world to world, like a Sealy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Paimon and Unknown God have different eyes, but yeah, but they have little difference here and there, but they look so strangely identical. Even Paimon and Sealy's, they have so many identical features, like treasure, like guiding, and even like the description of the first Sealy that was in one of the books, where it's like she's supposed to be really pale and like really skinny or whatever. And Easteroth is because it's just like, okay, Paimon just always seems to be like related to time for some reason. And then there's also the idea of space, time and space of Easteroth. Because not only does Easteroth control time, Easteroth is also related to space, and Paimon's connection to unstable space and giving her a headache is also very questionable. Are you guys following? This is why even today, as we're talking about the Traveler and this Paimon, it's just so it expands even further. What is the lore of Paimon from our world? I mean, the demon. I don't remember. I actually don't remember. I looked at it before, but I forgot. Paimon's cape is literally made of stars in space too. Yeah. I think we have a theory video on our hands, no? I was supposed to make this into a theory video like last couple weeks, but I was taking a break and I was more confused about how the Traveler sits in all this. But I feel like it does make some kind of sense, considering we just had a epiphany today that Traveler and Paimon is so similar in so many aspects as well. Elemental being is different from Sealy's, aren't they? Elemental beings? What are elemental beings? Elemental beings? Like slimes? I think they're different. Have you seen Paimon's new idol animation? Are you talking about the one that we sat here for like 2 hours trying to look for it and then we didn't find it? I forgot what it was. Wasn't it something like she like pulled something out or something? Do you think the Moon Sisters have anything to do with the shades? Yeah, I think so. The crown thing, right. I haven't seen it. Well, I did see it on YouTube, but I haven't seen it in the game. Where does the moon... What does the moon have to do with all this, though? I was trying to figure that out. The 3 Moon Sister? That is also a question mark that I haven't been able to figure out. My whole thing was... if Paimon's the moon, let's think about it very easily without going too crazy, right? If Paimon's the moon, symbolically, and she is the shade of the primordial one, which is the sun, then what about the other shades? They should all also be moons. But there's only 3 moon sisters and there's 4 shades. That's where I got confused, really. I really don't think Paimon is the primordial one, though. Like the original. I thought the 3 moon sisters are dead and the moon we can see is just the dead corpse. And every time I read something like that, I don't physically expect 3 different moons. When I read tales from books and stories, when they say 3 moons, I don't really sit there and think there's probably 3 fucking moons. I always look at it more as like a symbolic representation of identities. There's 3 beings that are very similar, that is very important to the world and how it revolves around the world. And because of that, I was like, it doesn't have to be a moon. They're just labeled moon sisters, but they're probably individuals that are very similar to each other that runs the world. And that's why I think Triquetra is so meaningful, because the Triquetra is essentially how the world operates. And then my ideal was Easteroth is time and space. If Easteroth was time and space and is one of the moons, then for the world to function, Sustainer could be one of the moons, because on top of time and space, there needs to be law and order for the world to function. So I was under the idea that maybe Easteroth and Sustainer were 2 of the moon sisters, because I don't know if you understand. I don't know if you read the lore. It's like, for the world to function correctly, there were 3 moon sisters, and if one of them was out of balance, the world just gets destroyed. Right? But what is the 3rd moon? Is it Paimon or is it the Seelie? Maybe it's just the Seelies and Paimon is a different entity. I'm new and I just subbed and like, thank you, appreciate it, welcome in. Moon sisters are like Karen, Teresa, and Kiana in my eyes. I do agree to a certain degree. That's why I feel like Seelie is one of the moons, because I feel like Seelies are related to elves for some reason. Especially like Nahida and Alice. She has similarities with almost all the shades, which makes me think that Primordial ones split their powers into 4 parts. Body turned into Paimon. I see what you're saying. Hey, anybody familiar with the story of the 3 moon sisters? Wasn't there like a couple other things within that story? One was like the outsider. Wasn't there like one more besides the 3 moons? I'm actually gonna just have to go study this tonight. I'm so frustrated. I keep asking questions about this, but I haven't done my research. Pretty sure Paimon is a primordial one. The only reason why I would disagree is because the existence of the symbology between the sun and the moon. That is the only reason, to be honest. If Paimon is the primordial one, there's a lot of hints towards it, but I think a lot of it, I feel like that's the case is because there's so much similarities, but because the sun exists and the moon exists, and Paimon is notoriously called the moon, which is a reflection of the sun, and the shades exist. I don't feel like Paimon is the primordial one, but someone that is very accurately depicted from the primordial one. Yeah, there's the dude, and one of the moons fell in love with this outsider traveler. I'm just gonna have to do more research on it. Do you think Seedleys could be a race from the moons? Yes. Yes. Kusanali also refers to herself as the moon, so why isn't there 2 moons instead of one, which is Paimon? Kusanali refers to herself as the moon, and the only conclusion that I come up with from that is the fact that Seedleys are very similar to, in my mind, I feel like elves are related to Seedleys. And if Seedleys are one of the 4 shades, then it makes sense why they're called the moon, just like Paimon. Does this make sense? I feel like I'm repeating myself. I feel like I'm repeating myself, and a lot of people are still confused. Paimon, Seedleys, Easteroth, Sustainer. They all are like related to each other, whether it's aesthetically or abilities or the story or characteristics. They're all related to each other. And because of that reason, and because Paimon is called the moon, because of the existence of time and space, because of the law and order, and because of Kusanali or elves might be related to Seedleys, I feel like they're all the representation of symbolic moon as reflection of the sun. And the sun is being the primordial one. Now, the traveler in my mind could be the descendant of the primordial one, which is also depiction of the sun, and they are also referred as the sun in multiple occasions in the game. But because the moon is a reflection of the sun, the moon and the sun should have similarities as well, because again, the shades are from the primordial one. So traveler getting a headache from like god karma corruption, like when she met Scaramouche, those kind of things, is reflected in Paimon also getting a headache from unstable space and chaotic time and space. Because after all, Paimon, if my theory is true, Paimon is also linked to Easteroth, which is the existence of time and space itself. Did the Moon Sisters and Celestia live in Lunar Palace together? I think so. Maybe. That's something I have to actually research. That's actually a very good question. I'm gonna write this down so I can go do research on it. Because there were a couple books about Seedleys and the Moon Sisters, right? There were like few. Now the question is, how the hell am I gonna express what I'm saying in a way where people are not confused? Because if I can't do it live, where I can continuously give you information, if I make this into a video, people are undoubtedly gonna be confused. Gotta go. Hope you find a good theory. Thank you, Sonen. Thank you. Are we confirming these theories in game or in real life? Because Easter egg created time, but God created the universe. It's both. They both work in game and in real life, I think. Because Primordial One is undoubtedly the one who created this world in the world of Genshin. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you understand when I say I don't think Paimon is the sustainer, but I think Paimon and the sustainer are the same? Do you understand? Is that confusing? I believe that Paimon and sustainer are not the same, but I believe that they are the same. Is that confusing? Basically, Sustainer and Paimon are different individuals. They're very different. Sure, dual ego. No, not dual ego. That's gonna get complicated. Kind of like Kusanali and Rukadavata. No, it's more like maybe I'll use the board. Okay, I think I still have the other one. Yeah. Here. Let me see if this makes sense to you. Paimon. This is Paimon. Right? That's Paimon. There's Paimon right here. Paimon is not the same as Sustainer. They're two different individuals. Right? Paimon and Sustainer are two different individuals and they're not the same. However, because in my theory, they are two different shades of the primordial one, they have the same traits, characteristics, or abilities as each other, and that's why they look so similar, and that's why you could consider maybe they're the same because they're the shades that originate from the same source. Is that a little bit clearer? And this is the same reason why so many people, I believe, is asking the question, is Paimon a Seelie? Because, again, Seelie and Paimon, in my theory, are not the same being, but because there are a different shade of the primordial one, they are so similar to each other. And this also, the same logic applies to Easteron. Is that a little bit more easier to understand? I had to go literally like elementary mode. You should put a graphic in the video for better understanding. Yeah, I should probably do it like that. There's no way in hell, if I don't do it like this in the video, people will understand. I think that everybody would be confused. Just like how like you guys are confused before I explained it that way. And because Kusanali is an elf, right? Kusanali is an elf. And because Alice is also an elf. Because Kusanali calls herself the moon. And Paimon is also called the moon. I feel like for whatever reason, there was a good reasoning behind it, but I forgot. I feel like the elves are related to the Seelies. Layla is also an elf, I know. I feel like the elves are all related to Seelies. Because if they're the moon, if Kusanali is the moon, a reflection of the sun, just like the analogies that were used in this Sumeru Archon quest, if that's the case, then she's like in a similar boat with Paimon. They're the moons. right? They're the moons. As a shade of Easteroth and the primordial one. All that crazy shenanigans. So when people say they think Paimon is a Seelie, I think actually they're correct, and I believe so. But the nuances, they're not the same, but they are from the same source. So technically, they can be the same. It's again getting confusing. But even I believe that Paimon is related to the Seelies, but I don't think Paimon is a Seelie. I think she's related to the Seelies because of the shade and the primordial one situation. But their similarities are so close that it just feels to me like Paimon is a Seelie. But I don't think she is. So like sibling, I guess you could call it that, yeah. Maybe Paimon is a Seelie that from Traveler's Power, because remember the Seelies can. I agree, but I don't think that's a power that's specific to Seelies, because again, I don't think Paimon is a Seelie, but I think Paimon has the same abilities as the Seelies or characteristics. So maybe that is a characteristic of the primordial one itself, because these things in my theory are the shades. It's interesting because it makes sense. In Honkai, the idea of Kiana, Karen, Teresa, they're all from the same family, but they were like essentially like similar but different. Now, is that to say Karen is the primordial one? No. I don't think it's like that direct. But the concept is there are shades that are originating from the source and they all have similarities. Are the siblings related to the primordial one? I think so. I think so. Maybe the primordial one is the king in the battle pass trailer, and then the prince and the princess is the siblings. Because wasn't there a king in the battle pass trailer as well as the prince and the princess? Was there the king? Shit, I don't remember. There was? Okay. But where did the primordial one come from? Primordial one is the beginning of everything. It's like the god figure. The primordial one loses to Celestia. Why would one of its shades, unknown god shade, side with Celestia? Why are we under the assumption that primordial one is against Celestia rather than the primordial one created Celestia? Here's an interesting thought. Actually, that might get too confusing. I'm gonna hold off on it. Paimon is definitely one of the moons because there is no other stories that's using trifecta. That on Paimon's closing sustainer is other, and the last one's dead. The body is moon. We see. Is there a triquetra on the sustainer? I don't remember. Was there? Mm. Paimon is Sealy from Traveler because true power traveler is space and time. It's easier to think about it if you don't use the Traveler as the focal point of origination, but the primordial one. And everything originated from the primordial one. It's easier to think of it that way. Assume, at least to understand my theory and the concept, assume that the primordial one has all the abilities of everybody and is the origination of everything, whether it's aesthetics, characteristics, abilities, or character. And from the primordial one, it starts making duplicates or copies of itself, but a little bit different, like a little bit changes here and there, but a lot of the remains of stuff is the same. So Paimon having the same ability as a Traveler is not even that unlikely, because Paimon originates from the primordial one, and the Traveler also originates from the primordial one. Even the Sealy is originating from the primordial one. So Paimon being similar to Sealy, Paimon being a Sealy to the Traveler, it all actually makes sense if you look at the primordial one as the center of origination. You once theorized that siblings are royalty. The symbol on their clothes is a sign of royalty, saying that Austria uses a sign of royalty. The fleur-de-lis, the little flower. Yeah, but I still think it looks like it, and I still think they're still part of royalty because of that. But then again, they use that people are spinning that flower on the Traveler's outfit as the Intavat, which is a flower of Conria or whatever. But I think that doesn't really make the fleur-de-lis situation wrong. I think it's the same. I think they're both right. This feels too easy coming from Mihoyo. I feel like Paimon is a bait. I know what you mean, but it's just there's just mountain of evidence at this point that it would be shocking if it was bait, but because of the mountain of evidence, it's very difficult to ignore. So I know how you feel, and I feel the same way, but it's just actually very difficult to ignore because of the mountain of evidence. What time is it? 12:30? Okay. Streaming for 3 hours, pretty good. I think this is gonna be my next theory video. I just have to like put everything together and try to make it easier to understand, because it's just this whole concept is so difficult to explain. It's easy to understand once you get it, but it's difficult to explain to people who are not getting it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, chat, if you got this far and you're understanding what I'm saying at this point, like, it's actually a really easy concept. But the problem is getting there is difficult. Just explain it in the elementary style, honestly. Yeah, that's the best probably I can do. People will still get confused, I think, regardless. Hello, beautiful. Yes, sir, G. Hello. I feel like because there are way too many similarities between them, she isn't a shade, because why would you create two entities who govern the same phenomena when you only need one? That's a good question, actually. kind of wish I could go to the primordial one and ask you. I was like, why the hell did you make 4 of yourself? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? But maybe they do have a little bit of different perks, you know? Like Estrath is the one who can control time and space, and the Sustainer is the one who controls law and order. Maybe they're very similar, but they're minor differences for their purpose and their job, so to say. Didn't erosion begin once the primordial one was destroyed? I think I'm tripping or something. I don't know when erosion started, but I think erosion is. I think erosion, realistically though, on a real note, I think erosion started ever since it was created, because there's a thing called a flow of time, if that makes sense. Erosion happens because the time passes. Yes, there's like corruption and all that stuff involved, but erosion undoubtedly happens because of the passage of time. And so, because I believe the moment Easteroth existed and time started flowing and the world was created, erosion started without even... You know what I mean? You know what I mean. At least, like, that's my thought on it. That's my mentality on it. Didn't Zhongli also say it's like something that cannot be stopped? Maybe Paimon has the power of all the shades, but at the moment they are not at full potential, which is explaining why she has space as well as time and also similarities with Seelies. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. What about this thought? You put a Seelie, you take a Seelie, you take Paimon, you take Easteroth, and then you take a Sustainer, you put him in a box, and you reverse engineer, and then you can manufacture your own primordial one. Hey, dude, it's possible. All you gotta do is reverse engineer. Did the elements also come from primordial one? Probably everything. I think everything in this world came from the primordial one way or another. Like, you know, the primordial one could have made X person, and then that X person could have made another Y person, and then that Y person could have made another Z person. But at the end of the day, the Z person goes all the way back to the primordial one anyway, so technically the entirety of everything is made by the primordial one. Logic. If the Fatui knew that, they wouldn't go for the Gnosis. Yeah, they would go for Paimon. Didn't the primordial one came after overthrowing the 7 Bishop Kings? I actually don't know the exact details. I would need to do the research. It's so complicated. This theory that we're working on, it's like 5-6 different layers of history that you have to be aware of. It's difficult. Alright, chat. I think I'm done for today. I'm a little bit tired. Well, I think it was a fruitful conversation. With the anime stuff earlier, which we got absolutely nothing done, and then we got this. Just a FYI information about Lumine and Ether. Yeah, all that, and then we got some more addition to our Paimon theory. For what it's worth, at least I think it was very productive. I don't know if you guys felt like attacked. Whenever we talk about these things, I get a little bit frustrated because there's a lot of thinking, mental processing. So if I came off as somebody being like very annoying or like not understanding, or just dumb in general, because I didn't understand what you were saying. I do apologize because you know it's just hard mental work. But thank you for watching in either case and just sharing your thoughts with me. As far as what the hell I'm gonna do with this Paimon thing, I have to sit down and like really put my head together. In my opinion, we made a ton of progress here today. Honestly, feel fulfilled with so many answers from the discussion. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It is quite strange though, right? Paimon says primordial wrath. I thought that was a fucking like the most cute but obvious dead giveaway. Primordial wrath. Alright. I'm done for today, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow, we're doing Honkai Impactor Chapter 31 Extra. That's what we're doing tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty poggers. If there's a couple of videos that we haven't watched yet, I think there's a couple. We'll watch them tomorrow. And that's not a morning stream. Right now, it's morning for me. It's not a morning stream, it's the night stream. So if you're in the Asia time, that's gonna be like Saturday morning for you. If you're in the America time, it's gonna be Friday night for you. So tomorrow night, like roughly 36 hours from now. No, not 36. Yes, 36. Yeah, about 36. No. No. Yes? No. No. Dude, what? 24 hours from now is 12 a.m. Friday. Okay, 36 hours. For Europe, early Friday morning. For Europe, it's early Saturday morning. For Europe, it's early Saturday morning. Like 2, 3 a.m. somewhere around there. For Asia, it's like 8 a.m. 8 or 9 a.m. Saturday morning. For Americas, it's 9 p.m. Friday night. Okay? Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Honkai. Yo, I'm tired. It's a mental hurdle trying to like use your brain this early. Because not enough sleep, but whatever. Bye, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Hey, if you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. Join the Discord. Leave me a comment. Okay. Bye. Bye. Thank you all. Peace.